Hello and welcome to the day's first edition of Superfast 50, the top 50 stories we are tracking as you begin your day this Tuesday morning. I'm Rukma. Let's begin. It's day 4 of the Parliament's monsoon session today. On Monday, both houses were adjourned following massive sloganeering and ruckus by the opposition over the Manipur issue. BJP to hold a key parliamentary party meeting ahead of session at 9:30 a.m. today. Reports say meeting has been called to talk out strategy for monsoon session. Meanwhile, floor leaders of the INDIA2 are set to meet at Rajya Sabha Leader of Opposition's office today. This comes a day after they held massive protests in Parliament, pressing for Prime Minister's statement on Manipur. And in a news briefing over the Parliament logjam, the central government has said it is ready to have a concrete discussion. Union Minister Smriti Irani claims it is the opposition Congress that is running away from debate.
छत्तीसगढ़ से संबंधित एक महिला को नग्न करने का वीडियो देखा और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी मंत्रालय को सूचित भी किया। ये सत्य है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी इस चर्चा से इसलिए भाग रही है क्योंकि उन्हें जवाबदेही सुनिश्चित करनी होगी कि उनके राज्य में जब महिला की प्रताड़ना होती है तब वो चुप्पी साधकर क्यों बैठते हैं।
And at least 5 personnel were injured after the Tura office of Conrad Sangma, Chief Minister of Meghalaya, was attacked by protesters who pelted stones even as he and other state ministers were inside the office. This comes in the backdrop of protests in demand for Tura to be made the state's, that's Meghalaya's, winter capital. As Manipur continues to remain on edge, Republic on Ground Zero brings you the voices that were unheard and the stories that have not been told. In one such story, a family claims their son, who is reportedly a local journalist, has been missing since the 6th of May. 2 FIRs have been filed, but no information on his whereabouts till now. And in the latest update, one more accused has been arrested with regard to the May 4th viral video barbarity, increasing the count of the total arrests in the case to 7. State police is making all-out efforts to arrest the remaining culprits, conducting raids at many suspected hideouts. In an explosive interview with Republic, sacked Rajasthan Minister Rajendra Gudha has claimed that the red diary that he displayed in the assembly contained details of who was given how much money for the Rajya Sabha and for cricket to keep the government going.
अब वो डायरी का आधा पार्ट आपने आपके विधानसभा में गुंडागर्दी करके मेरे से छीन लिया और आधा पार्ट मेरे पास अभी और है। इस पार्ट के अंदर आपके सारे काले कारनामे जो लोगों ने आपने विधायकों को खरीदा, किस किस एमएलए को राज्यसभा में आपने निर्दलीयों को क्या क्या दिया, किस किस को प्रलोभन दिया, क्रिकेट के चुनाव में आपने क्या क्या काले कारनामे किए पैसे दे दे के, वो सारी चीजें अभी खुलासा मैं आगे भी करूंगा।
Senior Congress leader Prithviraj Chavan has made a big claim, saying that NCP's Ajit Pawar will soon be appointed as the CM of Maharashtra around the 10th of August, and that a decision on the disqualification of incumbent Eknath Shinde and 15 other Shiv Sena MLAs will be taken at around that time itself.
Went and called on the Prime Minister with his family. Normally these visits happen immediately after he is appointed. This visit happening after 1 month, after 1 year of his working as a Chief Minister, has raised eyebrows. There was a resolution in the Assembly passed praising his work after 1 year. It indicates, it smells of farewell.
And reacting to the Congress leader's claims that Ajit Pawar will be appointed as the Chief Minister on the 10th of August, Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy CM of the state, has said Ajit Pawar is well aware of the fact that he would not become the Chief Minister, and the same had been conveyed to him during the meetings held before the 2nd of July this year.
नेता शिंदे जी स्वयं मुख्यमंत्री है। तीनों के मन में इस बात की स्पष्टता है कि महायुति के मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी है। महायुति के मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी ही रहने वाले हैं, उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं होने वाला। महायुति के सबसे बड़े पार्टी के नेता के रूप में मैं इस बात को स्पष्टता के साथ कह देना चाहता हूं, और अपोजिशन भी कन्फ्यूजन तैयार करने का प्रयास करे तो समझ लीजिए वो पतंग उड़ा रहे हैं, उनकी पतंग कट जाएगी।
And Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar finds himself in the midst of another controversy as he makes a big claim, saying the BJP and the JDS are planning to topple the Congress government by carrying out secret meetings in Singapore to this effect.
Of some BJP leaders and from other JDS leaders were trying to have some pact, what I got the information. They could not have a meeting here or in Delhi. So some ticket bookings and everything was been going on there, which enemy becoming friends now. That is going on. Just I have a little information on it. I don't know whether it will go on or may not go on. But we are tracked with all this type of political understandings. Congress party is, we have to watch everyone. No?
Ending silence over the controversy regarding the selection trials, Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart have said they are not running away from trials. This comes after World Championships medalists Punia and Fogart were handed direct berths for the Asian Games by the IOA ad hoc committee, leading to a lot of acrimony in the wrestling fraternity. At least 4 people lost their lives. More than 4 others were feared trapped after a 3-storied building collapsed on Datta Road in Junagadh on Monday. Teams of NDRF worked relentlessly to locate the survivors. A flood warning has been issued for low-lying regions in Noida and Ghaziabad along the Hindon. As water discharge in the river has increased, people from villages near the Hindon banks in UP's Gautam Budh Nagar have been evacuated and shifted to shelter homes.
नदी में ज़्यादा है क्योंकि उसमें लगातार पानी बढ़ रहा है और लगभग 5 गांव हमारा ज़्यादा प्रभावित है और वहां से लगभग 200 लोगों को सुरक्षित स्थलों पर शिफ्ट भी कराया जा चुका है और भी कई लोग हैं। लगातार मुनादी कराई जा रही है। हमारी फोर्स, हमारे मैजिस्ट्रेट, हमारे सारे अधिकारी लगे हुए हैं और हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कोई भी व्यक्ति इसमें फंसे ना।
And Hill Bypass Road in Haridwar, Uttarakhand was blocked due to landslides triggered by heavy rains in the state. As heavy rains lashed northern states like Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, leading to flash floods and waterlogging in many cities. DIG Narendra Bhargav visited the Kartarpur corridor a few days after it was closed in the wake of a flood-like situation near the India-Pakistan border fence as the water levels in the river Ravi rose.
तकरीबन 18 गांव हैं जिसमें जो सबमर्ज हुए थे, जिनकी फसल वो वहाँ का जो है उसकी असेसमेंट कर रहे हैं प्रशासन की तरफ से और पुलिस ने बहुत एक्टिवली यहाँ काम किया है। हमारे एसएसपी हैं मिस अश्विनी गोटियाल, उन्होंने पर्सनल अपनी सुपरविजन में काफ़ी पुलिस की इन्वॉल्वमेंट के साथ लोगों की सहायता की।
And amid the rain warning issued by the IMD for Himachal Pradesh, the District Disaster Management Authority has issued an advisory for citizens. Notably, a total of 154 people have lost their lives due to the onset of the monsoon in the state since the 24th of June.
हर जगह अभी भी तबाही का मंजर है। कोटखाई, चढ़गांव, सब जगह क्षेत्रों में भारी बारिश के कारण बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हिमाचल प्रदेश को हुआ है। तकरीबन 8,000 करोड़ रुपए के नुकसान का अनुमान है और कई जगह लैंडस्लाइड के कारण जान माल का भी नुकसान हुआ है। मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि पूरी प्री मानसून में हमारा इतना ज़्यादा नुकसान हो चुका, अब तो मानसून पीक पर है और हम सरकार से आग्रह कर रहे हैं कि हमें अंतरिम राशि की पहली किस्त जल्दी मिल जाएगी केंद्र सरकार से।
And due to incessant rains, many low-lying areas were waterlogged in Mangaluru. Agricultural fields were flooded. People used boats to move from one place to another. IMD has issued a red alert for Dakshina Kannada district. And continuous heavy rains have led to waterlogging in parts of Kodagu district as well. Schools and colleges announced holiday in Kodagu district in view of heavy rains here. Karnataka government has announced a holiday for all schools, pre-universities and colleges in Udupi, in Kodagu and Dharwad districts due to continuous rains. The Met Department has also alerted people and asked them to stay indoors during the rain to avoid accidents. IMD issues orange alert in several parts of Maharashtra, including Raigad, Ratnagiri, Sindhudurg, Pune, Kolhapur and Satara till the 27th of July. Mumbai is also likely to receive heavy to very heavy rainfall today. The Indian Meteorological Department has issued a red alert, warning of extremely heavy rains in several districts of Telangana for the next 3 days till the 28th of July. In the Gyanvapi Mosque update, the Mosque's Arrangement Committee will file an appeal against the ASI survey in the Allahabad High Court now. Reportedly, the Muslim side petitioners will demand the revocation of the decision of the Varanasi court for the survey to be conducted. Christopher Nolan's latest directorial venture, Oppenheimer, has sparked controversy since its release. Several critics and reviewers have expressed disappointment with an intimate scene in the film featuring a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. The Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur has taken a firm stance on the controversial scene. And in a devastating fire that broke out at a garment factory in UP's Noida, in Sector 81, it is believed that the fire began due to a short circuit. The incident spurred urgent relief operations with approximately 30 fire tenders dispatched from various districts, including from Ghaziabad, Hapur and Meerut. And a parliamentary panel has now asked the government to look at the feasibility of setting up a specialized security agency for airports amid rising air passenger traffic. Besides, the committee has proposed constituting a special airline wing to deal with police and courts in unruly air passenger behavior cases and urged aviation regulator DGCA to enforce a zero-tolerance policy for such incidents. NSA Ajit Doval participated in the Friends of BRICS meeting in Johannesburg on the sidelines of the BRICS NSA meet, calling for collective efforts to deal with cyber risks involving terrorists and radicals. At the meeting, the issue of cybersecurity was discussed at length. Israeli lawmakers approved a key portion of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's divisive plan to reshape the country's justice system despite massive protests that have exposed unprecedented fissures in Israeli society. This came after a stormy session in which opposition lawmakers chanted shame and then stormed out of the chamber. Thousands blocked Jerusalem's main highway, gathered outside the parliament building after Israeli lawmakers approved a key portion of the government's divisive plan to curb powers of the country's justice system. Again in Jerusalem, police used water cannons to disperse protesters assembled to demonstrate against the vote. There were also clashes between police and protesters. 4 people reported missing after intense thunderstorms dumped record amounts of rain across a wide swathe of Canada's Atlantic coast province of Nova Scotia over the past 2 days, causing flash flooding, road washouts and power outages. And North Korea on Monday launched a suspected ballistic missile amid the rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific. Japan's Prime Minister's office informed about the recent development on Twitter and launched an emergency alert. Russian authorities are accusing Ukraine of launching a drone attack on Moscow that saw one of the aircraft fall near the Defense Ministry's main headquarters. Moscow mayor has said there were no casualties when the drone struck 2 non-residential buildings in the Russian capital. And Russian firefighting aircrafts continue to help extinguish wildfires in Turkey. Russia published a video showing a B-200 amphibious aircraft taking water from the sea and dropping it over Bodrum area in southwestern Turkey. Iran continued an annual Air Force drill in the central part of the country as the U.S. sends more fighter planes to the region to deter the Islamic Republic from seizing commercial vessels in the Persian Gulf area. Climate activist Greta Thunberg was in court on a charge of disobeying police at a protest in southern Sweden last month. Thunberg and other activists were detained after they stopped traffic in the oil terminal of the port in Malmö on June 19th. Protesters in the Philippines gathered outside the venue where President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is expected to deliver his second State of the Nation address before a joint session of the Philippine Congress. A crowd of hundreds turned out in Manila and burned an image of Marcos just before he was to speak. Firefighters from Slovakia worked for a second day battling the widespread wildfires near the village of Asclepio in Rhodes. The firefighters pumped water to fill local fire engines and a defensive line was created in a dry riverbed near Asclepio. A week-long wildfire on the Greek island of Rhodes broke past defenses, forcing more evacuations as 3 major fires raged elsewhere, fueled by strong winds and successive heat waves. An overloaded ferry capsized off Indonesia's Sulawesi island, killing at least 15 people and leaving 19 others missing. Traveling from Lanto village in Buton Central Regency in southeast Sulawesi province to nearby Lagilid village when it capsized just after midnight. Heavy flooding from seasonal rains in Afghanistan have killed at least 31 people, leaving dozens missing over the past 3 days, while in neighboring Pakistan, 13 have died due to heavy rains and landslides. Kamaljeet, all of 19, helped India pick up 2 more gold medals on the final day of the International Shooting Sport Federation. That's the ISSF Junior World Championship in Changwon in Korea, as he won both the men's 50-meter pistol individual and team events. Star pacer Mohammad Siraj credited his 5-wicket haul on a flat track to the team's strength and conditioning coach Soham Desai and stated that he accepted the challenges presented to him. The Indian Super League side Hyderabad FC has announced the signing of Finnish midfielder Petteri Pennanen through their social media handle. The 32-year-old midfielder, who has over 380 career appearances, joins HFC on a 1-year deal ahead of the 2023-24 season. A record-breaking tournament has continued with the New Zealand family today purchasing the 1,500,000 ticket sold at the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. The milestone tickets were purchased by Maria Strong, organizing a family outing to the Group G fixture between Italy and Argentina at Auckland's Eden Park. Paris Saint-Germain trained in front of more than 2,000 fans in Osaka in Japan as they kicked off the Japan Tour 2023. The French club are in Japan for a 3-game pre-season tour over 10 days. And after missing out on Lionel Messi, Saudi Arabian soccer team Al Hilal made a record €300 million bid for Kylian Mbappe on Monday, an offer which could see the France striker join Cristiano Ronaldo in the oil-rich kingdom. South Korean captain admitted there is a big responsibility on her shoulders to have a successful Women's World Cup so girls back home can dream more about football in the future. She said that Taeguk ladies opened their Group H campaign against Colombia in Sydney as they seek to improve on their last World Cup performance, where they scored just 1 goal and lost all 3 group games at France in 2019. Alex Michelson's dream run to the final of the Hall of Fame Open ended as second-seeded Adrian Manarino defeated the teenager 6-2, 6-4. The 35-year-old Frenchman relied on his consistent play and maybe some jitters from the 18-year-old American to capture his 3rd ATP Tour title. And Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from the National Bank Open due to fatigue, he said, tournament organizers announced on Sunday. The Serbian has won the Canadian Open title on 4 previous occasions in 2007, 2011 and 2012. The last time he competed in the tournament was in 2018. Second-seeded Russian Andrei Rublev bageled the top seed Casper Ruud en route to winning his second ATP Tour level title of the season at the Swedish Open.